Hello everyone, I'm back. It's 1:23 p.m. So I called myself feeling hopeful and optimistic, and I tried to venture, around surrounding cities near Pensacola to try to look for a permanent place to live, because some people were saying that some of the surrounding cities are cheaper than Pensacola. So I went to look around on Craigslist, and at least 3 or 4 people had tried to scam me. And then, um, at first you end up thinking somebody's legit, and then next thing you know, until you start interacting with them, that's when you don't realize, you know, that they got you. So, um, I went to look, and the legit people, of course, they never responded, and it seemed like as if I was ignored. One of them, I have some hope that maybe she will respond tomorrow, but so I'm pretty much, frustrated and disappointed, and I feel like I just give up on trying to look for a place to live. Like, give up on trying to find housing through Craigslist. If the only option available is to be freaking scammed. And it's frustrating that, how many criminals can get away with that? You know, I don't know why people keep on, they would rather do evil and rather do wrong rather than do right. So, I guess me being targeted, those scammers are, I'm pretty sure, are perps too, So, one lady, or somebody posing as a female named Ashley, Ashly, Ashley Jones, got defensive when I called her a scammer straight up, because she was trying to email me and ask me, when are you available, and she asked me about what is your profession, and what is send me your email address and your name and your birthday so I can run a credit check, and tell me what your credit score is, and I need to do a background check and stuff like that. So her having my name, my email, and my birthday, and a credit score, I'm sitting here wondering, did I give away too much information, or I'm questioning, like, how much damage could she do, or would I be a victim? Did I unknown? Did she try to set me up to be a victim of identity theft? So I screenshot her emails and I blocked her, because she kept skirting around when I was trying to ask her, what is the address of the place if you wanted me to come, and then she kept asking me the same questions, repeatedly, that I already answered her. But she refused to tell me. You want to know my credit score and my name and birthday and stuff, and I'm wondering, is this one way to steal people's identity? At first, off the surface, I thought she was legit. So then, when she kept refusing, she kept asking me the same questions repetitively, but at the same time, skirting around and refusing to answer my questions. She was skirting around and refused to tell me the address and everything. So I told her straight up, you scammer, And then she's like, what? So I just blocked her. How hard is it for you to just, if you want me to meet up in person, how hard? And then she wanted me to go to this kind of, sent me this fake link to a website to put in all my information. I didn't even click on the link. But I wonder how much and how far she got me. The fact that she knows my name, my birthday, and my credit score. I mean, I'm wondering how much damage could she do. So, I saw I saw a video about somebody talking about, being scammed on Craigslist, but except she didn't hand over any money or anything like that. But it's a lot of people been a victim of that, and mentally normal people, because people will try to say, oh, the reason why you get scammed because you're mentally slow or you're retarded, and so you're a fool, and that's why you fall for a scam. Or people will comment, a narcissistic person be like, they turn their nose up and arrogantly be like, people with common sense wouldn't fall for no scams or something like that. So I'm feeling highly discouraged. I thought I had some hope, because they did have some places that appeared to be a little cheaper than what Pensacola is now. And so they want to ask for my email address, and then there was another one who tried to say, well, click on this link and go fill out this application once they get my email. So I don't think, just like I felt like I'm not, as long as I live, I'm not going to even try to seek out to rent a room out of somebody's house anymore, because of them scamming me out of my money, and then me ending up with a bed bug infested place. And see, like the other websites, they want 3.5 times the rent for their listings, like Zillow and Apartments.com and stuff like that, or Redfin or whatever other legit real estate place. They want 3.5 times the rent, which I don't have because of my Social Security and homeless situation and being blacklisted. And Kia Automotive Sports of Pensacola, they rejected my application on Indeed. So I got another job application rejection. So I quit and give up on, trying to look for jobs in housing, pretty much. And it's like I'm on a I'm a hamster on a wheel, getting nowhere, and then being targeted, and the false rumors being about me. People want to make sure I'm gonna stay punished with being stuck in my predicament with nobody wanting to help me, because other people get some success. It's like they get a hand up from other people, willing to help them drag them out of their situation. But then people will be like, well, you made poor choices and you put yourself there so nobody feels sorry for you. But you don't even know me or my situation. But you just, making false assumptions about me. And then even if you did hear the truth, you would still want to have your nose turned up in the air to believe whatever delusional lie that you created for yourself that you want to believe that sounds comfortable to you. So all these it's like they have jobs on Craigslist, but they're mainly jobs suitable for men and jobs that you have to have years of experience. So as far as jobs go, it's mainly the gig section turn out to be scams sometimes, but not so much the job section on Craigslist. But people can get away with these scams. But I posted one of my short stories on Craigslist, and I posted one of my short stories and it got flagged within like an hour and a half. So And I didn't even try to advertise or sell anything. I was just, posted a short story in the community section. That was the only time I did that. But people abuse the flag button while the scammers get to stay. They get to stay and they can continue, victimizing people and stuff like that. So, I mean, all these job rejections on Indeed, and there's nothing really I can do on with the Craigslist jobs. And so, I mean, I feel like I don't want to give up on fighting to survive or nothing like that. They're vibrating me. They're vibrating my right thigh, the top of my right thigh. So, with the little bit of sleep that I got last night, I had another McDonald's 26 or elementary school related dream. But it wasn't in the cafeteria. I think it was in the hallways and by the stairs. But, certain areas of that school, I haven't been there in a long time, but I more vividly remember McDonald's 26 than the layout of Gretna Junior High. I think one time within the past couple of months or few months, I had a Gretna Junior High dream. But I never really had, recently I had a UNO, University of New Orleans related dream, but I don't even really have UNO related college related dreams, or even dreams about Nicholls State University. I don't even really have those kinds of dreams. But I think I had a dream a couple of nights ago about being in those Nicholls dorm rooms, I think. But it's like I've been having lots of dreams and nightmares about, I guess the perps want to use the dream manipulation to set me back, since they want to call me childish, but yet they bully me. They want to set me back into that, remind me of first grade again. So I don't even remember Gretna number 2 kindergarten. I kind of don't remember what it. I think within the past few years, I may have had a couple of kindergarten dreams, but I kind of remember what it was like at recess. But I remember that the cafeteria always smelled like hamburgers, ketchup, and chili. Not hot dogs, but hamburgers, ketchup, and chili for some odd reason. But then we would always have the hot lunch in kindergarten. But yeah, so back to the I'm feeling discouraged, and some people try to say that God closed those doors from those opportunities to prevent me from selling out or giving in and selling out. That's what some people will say, but I don't think God would want to keep me homeless and unprotected and being, harassed so much and gang stalked. I don't think that. For me to be a woman, I don't think that he would want for me to be like single and childless and super broke and all that, and struggling with poverty. So, but I know he wouldn't want me to sell out, and I wouldn't want to sell out either. But if anybody were to be like, well, here, Candy, here's a brand new luxury car that you wanted. So I would have to refuse that offer because there would be a snare or a trap or a trick to get me to sell out. But I'm blocked from working for my own car, even if it's a 1994 car that just runs good, that runs decent. But those kind of cars are almost non-existent now. But, I remember when people used to be able to, not without Section 8, they would be able to afford, just 5 years ago, they still had apartments around that were $400 and $500 a month without Section 8. So now, I heard that people who have cars are forced to take public transportation, and that people I've been hearing about the housing inflation and forced homelessness and stuff, like the housing thing. And so I heard that people are forced to give up and sell their houses because they can no longer afford to make the payments because of inflation and stuff. But during such a time where businesses are struggling and they still, people who want to work, businesses are struggling, and then they still have a way to be picky about their employees. So, I'm just not going to go on Indeed.com anymore. But, I'm debating on a Craigslist thing. I don't know. But I probably shouldn't even try to go on there either. But then, they have these fake accounts wanting to talk about, they want to say on Indeed that they're interested in my profile, and then I go and apply for their job, then get either ignored or rejected. So, because, without me trying to get another job or a permanent place to live after this tax refund, after 2 more weeks, then I'll say about 2 or 3 more weeks, then I'd have to resort back to begging and panhandling, or I would have to be back on the streets again. And so I'm just, letting y'all know a heads up. I'm letting y'all know a heads up of what's, every day, I'm just give y'all a heads up on what's going on. So I'm figuring that I'm wondering how many people have become homeless as a result of Craigslist scams. How many people have become homeless due to Craigslist scams? If they ended up homeless due to a Craigslist scam, or in my case, ended up getting locked up and went to jail, and that was only once, not twice, because somebody scammed me during the MySpace days. And it wasn't on Craigslist, it was MySpace in 2007. I got arrested and went to jail for a crime that I didn't commit, that I was scammed on MySpace. And the guy wrote me a fake check and then wanted me to, and for an over amount of the money. I didn't know, um, and so it was. I didn't even know that it was a fake check with a bank that does not exist, with the amount over what I was selling. I mean, what I was selling a camcorder for. And then he wanted me to Western Union the money back. And I didn't know about that because I wasn't aware of scams like that. But when I was going to Nicholls State University and I was 18 years old, freshman in college, and I didn't know, the foster mom didn't even teach me the ropes of anything. She never warned me about any of that, but I was getting scammed all the time and having to change my bank account all the time because and having emotional meltdowns because of, not knowing any better, or, and the foster mom, all she did was condemn me and said, keep subscribing to them scams, you hear? Keep subscribing to that free shit, you hear? And so, because she didn't train me up in a way that I should go. And we were just throwaways. So they didn't give a damn. They didn't even care. But, she never really taught us anything. But she just wait till something bad to happen to shun and condemn you for it. So, I didn't know about scams back then, but and then I had to hear narcissistic lectures from other people about, oh, you should learn how to read the fine print. I'm like, well, I know nothing about economics, or the foster mom kept us overly sheltered and then try to bully, harass, and lecture me about how how the world doesn't care about me, and how if I go to college and stuff, how I'm going to be swallowed up in a pond and stuff like that. And, so, and then try to say that if I go to college, that they don't care about my name and they just see me as a number and a nobody and stuff like that, and that they don't see me as a name. And that they just call you by the last four of your social security number. So, the foster mom acted like she was preconditioning me to be prepared to fail in life, and that nobody would give a fuck about me. I'm sorry to say it like that, but that nobody would give a fuck about me. That nobody would care about my failure, and that, but she makes it like, she used to make it like as if the world has every right to be cold-hearted, cruel, and heartless, cold-hearted, cruel, and abusive towards me. So, all the psychological, mental, and just verbal abuse, and no kind of encouragement, just putting me down. Like if my hair looked a certain kind of bad, she would say, well, your hair was looking better last week. Well, why didn't you tell me last week? Or if I'm gaining weight because of psych meds, she'll be like, well, you was looking better last week. Well, you didn't tell me I was looking good or giving me any encouragement. And she would talk about, oh, with your fat ass, or whatever. If you didn't talk to your birth kids like that, and then you're surprised when we quote unquote disrespect you. So, she wanted to make like she was taking the brownie points for bailing me out of, being a victim of scams. When I first started using the internet and stuff like that. I never even heard of the word scam until college. Because I didn't even she kept us overly sheltered, and I didn't have that much computer experience. very, very little computer and internet experience. So, I don't know why my throat feels sore, and it feels like it's starting to feel sore and a little dry. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry I kind of went a little off topic. Um, but my main focus is my targeting and gang stalking experiences. So if you're watching this and you know nothing about gang stalking, then I apologize if you're confused, just wondering why am I on a rampage of talking. I don't know if rampage is the right word, but why am I talking about stuff other than just the one isolated incident of the attempted Craigslist scam today. But as I say, I don't even know how much power she has or how much damage she can be that she can do. And then when I got scammed in 2007, it was a man posing as a very pretty woman. And it was an actual man using a computer phone or some kind of VoIP or something. So my time is just about running out because it's daytime now. And so I'll see y'all.